to start to focus in one or two areas of key potential activity. And after the NIF result, one of our inspirations, the obvious one perhaps, but I think it's one with real substance, is to think about the kind of impact we could focus our resources to support in the area of laser-driven fusion. Now, we have nothing specific in our mission for that, and we absolutely do not have the capability now or the foreseeable future to compete with the kind of multi-array, high average energy facilities like NIF. But where we believe we could play a key role is in the following areas. First of all, the lasers we provide enable us to probe with complementary diagnostics the fundamentals of laser matter, laser plasma interactions. So starting to answer some of those key questions that will need to be answered when we start to firm up our ideas about the specific routes, what flavor of direct drive, for example, and to start to look at some of the fundamentals of the plasma physics that will inform that decision. We also provide a natural hub for laser development. If you're really going to get this technology to fly, there needs to be substantial development in the drive lasers themselves. And we, in combination with industry, are well set up to do that. And then thirdly, the associated technology. Gabrielle's spoken about target tree, and that's actually a key area of development with on the basis of peer review excellence. But that tends to address short-term problems. And one of the things we want to set up is a different form of access where we invite consortia of users from industry combined with academia to apply for much more substantial experimental campaigns. And we will put on the table some of our access time to do that. So we would look in the future with an open call launched later this year to this new mission-based access with a particular focus in this particular area. And we'll be talking to potential collaborators in that area. And then the other challenge for us is actually to ensure that the future design, running, and exploitation of these facilities has a supply of experienced, talented, enthusiastic people. So I would suggest, and you touched on this, Brandon, that the recruitment challenge is a key challenge for us, and we have ideas about how to combine with universities to set up training courses, PhD programs to do just that.
Good.
Thank you.
Right. Let's move on. Thank you very much, Enrique. Is it working?
Yeah, there we go. Well, thank you. I'm going to have to be brief right now.
No,
right? You're looking at me like you need to. All right. Well, I just throw some. Thank you for having me here first, and it's a great opportunity to share my thoughts with you. I'll be brief, like I said, and well, first of all, I would like to. I can't stress hard enough how important is the situation of the ecosystem right now in fusion technology. It's ripe. It's ready for fusion to thrive. I think a lot of new conditions are sprouting, new companies, startups. We've talked about this just now. Different funding is happening, new technologies embracing new fusion approaches. This is great for everybody. Public sector, the private sector are jumping in, and this is great. This is great. But I'm thinking, is it enough? Well, it is great, but it may be not enough. What I'm thinking is perhaps, thank you, Mom. No, I'm kidding. The engagement is really important. I think the engagement of all the parties involved now, it's the next step. And this is the next challenge, right? The technological challenge. We talk about it all the time. We know what the technology is going to, the flaws and the pros and the cons. Now, the way engagement needs to be coordinated amongst all the parties is key to success. It's key for fusion to advance smoothly, right? For that, not only engagement, but I think early engagement of certain entities, it's very important. I think industry needs to be in very early or earlier than in the previous projects, right? I've worked in the ITER project before, and one of the things we've learned is that industry needs to be in from day one, right? This is key. Sharing the risk is key as well, right? Amongst that every entity understands that they have their fair share of risk. It is key as well. I mean, all in all, I'm thinking that I believe in fusion. I believe that technology will happen. sooner or later. Either way, it's going to happen. I also would like to stress out that technology is not only enough either. I think there's a human component that to fusion that needs to happen, right? We need a society that can embrace this technology early enough, right? The politicians need to make rules and regulations that can bring this new power to people, and this fusion technology that we love so much, and we want it to be a breakthrough. I think all of us want for this technology to be the next breakthrough, right? It has to be embraced by a human component as well, right? And I think that is important. It's a big topic that I just opened, but I would like to lay it on the table as well, not to focus plainly on the technological part.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Helen?
Okay. Thank you very much for inviting me to this panel. It's a pleasure to be here. I think that many points have already on the table. I want to highlight some of them. We are living very exciting moments in the fusion field. We had very relevant breakthroughs. We have also many private initiatives emerging and raising 7 billion dollars, I think. Also, the public fusion research is progressing significantly, and I think that many countries are already establishing their own strategies. Here in Spain, we have very relevant facilities. For instance, at CMAT, we have the TG2 accelerator. Also here in Salamanca, we have an important laser facility. We are building a unique facility in the south of Spain that is IFMID-DONES, the neutron source. And as has been already mentioned, CTTI is the Spanish innovation agency, and we are trying